These are the biggest mechanic tricks that are designed to make you spend more money. As a person who used to work as a mechanic, I've seen it all. These tricks are so common that everyday customers would come in and fall for them until I started telling them about them. Once they knew about these tricks, they stopped getting ripped off and started saving lots of money. So I'm going to tell you about them too. No. 1. They will often try and sell you a whole new expensive part, when really you just need a cheap one. For example, let's say your car is overheating. They might say, it's your water pump. Now, to replace the water pump, it's going to cost you about $300 plus labor. But in reality, most of the time it's just a small leak in a hose that is easily replaced with a $20 hose that you can get from the auto parts store yourself, and just have the mechanic install it, or no. 2. They may try and pressure you into an expensive repair when really you don't need it. For example, let us say you go in for an oil change and they tell you that you need a $200 engine flush. Do not do it. It is absolutely unnecessary and a complete scam. If your engine is in good condition, there is no reason to flush it. All that it does is waste your hard-earned money. No. 3. They might try and charge you for a service that you already paid for. For example, when you bring your car in for a simple oil change, they might try and tell you that the last person did, and put the drain plug back in all the way or tighten it enough, therefore you need a brand new oil pan gasket, and they'll charge you $175 for it. But the truth is that most likely they just want to rip you off, because they know that you owe and be able to prove that you actually had that done. The best way to avoid this is always ask for a copy of the invoice when you pay for something, so that you can refer back to it in the future if they try and pull something like that. And no. 4. They might try and charge you for something that isn't even legal. For example, in California, it is illegal for a mechanic to charge you for a smog check when the smog check is free. But what happens is they'll charge you for a smog check and then turn around and give you a repair estimate that's $800. When in reality, they could have just given you the estimate over the phone without charging you for a smog check, and it would have been perfectly legal. The best way to avoid getting tricked is to always do your research. If you learn about cars, you can save lots of money. I learned about cars from my dad when I was young, and it saved me tens of thousands of dollars. And now, I want to teach you.